Hello, Andy.
Hello.
You look so excited.
I hurt.
Yeah, me too. It sucks. We're getting old.
No, I slid down a hill this morning, first thing.
All over at Gov Hill?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's slippery in the morning with the dew.
So, what's happening, folks? I'm Gary Hardy.
And I'm Andrew.
And we are with Brunner's Lawn and Services, coming to you with this week's Brunner's Bits. Before we jump into our current events, unbeknownst to Andy, our topic today is going to be commercial properties versus residential properties, the differences that you have to look at. So that's what we're going to discuss today.
Should be interesting.
It will. I like not letting you know what we're going to talk about. It makes the conversation so much better.
Oh, right. And then you get stuck and I go,
All right. So, folks, it is that time for current.
And I have no idea what these are either.
He has no clue. No clue at all.
I'm just here to look ugly.
But Andy, you're beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
So yesterday there was a shooting at my alma mater, the Fort Stewart down in Georgia.
That's no bueno.
A disgruntled sergeant decided he was going to take his personal weapon and go shoot his leadership in the 2nd Armored Brigade down at Fort Stewart.
Okay. Sure, he's probably not the first that's thought of it, but, don't want to act on that.
Yeah, he'd never been deployed before. He'd been in since like 2018 or so. He was a sergeant. I didn't see if he was an E5 sergeant or an E6 staff sergeant, but he was a sergeant. And talking to so I was stationed down there, so talking to some of my connections that are still down there, I guess the leadership down there, did they deserve to get shot? No. But when you're assholes all the time,
once again, it's probably not the first to have thought of it.
Sometimes
just had a really bad day.
Yeah, so it's awful that somebody decided that they were going to take justice into their own hands and go shoot their leadership. But yes, folks, it's a reality. There was a shooting at Fort Stewart in Georgia. So our next current event is the presidential fitness test has been reinstated.
Cool.
I don't know why they got rid of it in 2012. It started in 1950.
I could never climb the damn rope.
So technically the rope wasn't part of it.
Oh, okay.
Technically it was a 1 mile run, which I don't ever remember doing that. Well, yeah, we had a shuttle run.
We ran laps around the gym.
Yeah. And then we had maybe that's where the mile was done and you just didn't realize it. Yeah. We had sit and reach and then push-ups or pull-ups.
Oh, okay.
I as a fat kid could never do pull-ups. Even as I was when I was in the Army and was a power lifter and could lift heavy weights. Pull-ups have never been my thing. I think the most I've ever done at a time is maybe 10. And now asked me to do one and I don't know. You probably
I could probably do 5.
Yeah, you probably could. You're light. When I was lighter, I could do them, but when I was a kid, though, I had zero strength, so all I could do was push-ups. But I don't know why it was taken away. I mean, to be quite honest with you, I remember there being fat kids when I was a kid, but I mean, like like most kids were in decent shape when we were kids.
It was just a fun thing to do. I mean, it wasn't like it was terrible.
I don't even remember it being
a good portion of the day and got you out of class.
To be honest, I don't remember it being that big of a deal.
Something you did. I don't know.
But all right, this week's testing week, we're going to run and do sit and reach and all of that jive. I mean, I don't know. Keeps kids healthy.
It probably upset someone and they canceled it.
Yeah, 2012, they weren't canceling things yet. 2012, that was only 2 years into us doing the business. That was your first full-time year here.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't woke yet, I guess you could say. America was still asleep. They hadn't woken us up yet. But anyways, yeah, I think it was established in 1950. So, I mean, it was going on for 62 years and it worked just right. I don't know.
Who knows?
I'm starting to question a lot of things they're teaching the kids in school. Maybe they'll start bringing back like I wish I would have had more options to take Spanish. It wasn't a requirement to take another language.
I had Spanish and French when I was in school.
When I was a kid,
I wish they
like
had
you
German.
could, you could take it as an elective, but it wasn't a
Yeah,
requirement.
I don't think it was a requirement for me either.
I think now it's
It
a
was.
requirement to take a language.
I know I took them.
I could be wrong. Maybe it's not a requirement to take a language, and
Wish they
people
had
just
German.
take it.
I would have taken that.
I think Northmont had German.
Yeah, some schools don't.
West Carrollton does.
Yeah. Now they have a lot of them have Mandarin or Cantonese and things like that.
To be honest, Spanish, Mandarin, and probably Russian are the 3 languages that people should learn because those are the biggest economies. You got the Spanish speaking; those are a lot of laborers. You got the Chinese; they're a lot of laborers, and they also own a lot of businesses overseas and here. And then you got the Russians, same thing. So it's probably a good thing to learn some of those languages instead of being like me and just speaking English and Pig Latin. I know a little bit of sign language.
Only the bad stuff.
Only the bad stuff. I know a little bit because of Gavin.
I was kidding.
And then our next current event is sales tax free season is upon us.
14th, I think.
It ends the 14th, and
get your school supplies.
Like we should have waited to purchase our equip some of our tools until now because anything $500 and below is tax free.
Oh, I mean, I can go buy more hand tools.
Do we need them?
Maybe some rakes coming into the season. Leaves later on down the line, but
let's wait till next month. Costs. The taxes don't save that much on.
No.
If we were buying like actually, we probably should look at a laptop.
I can.
Yeah, see if you could find a $500 laptop that's decent.
I have no idea.
I don't think you'll be able to.
Probably
but anyways, so those are our current events. Tax-free season.
Great for
right?
School supplies. Go get it before it's gone, and you'll be hunting.
The presidential fitness test and unfortunately shootings.
School starts next week
for Dayton.
Yeah.
Oh, you're probably so happy.
Oh, I should go to school. Well, Emory doesn't start until the following week, but Evelyn starts Tuesday.
It's not that bad with your kids here now. They're just playing. The only thing that sucks, and it sucks mostly for you, is when you're trying to have a meeting with me and Josh and you're trying to pay attention to what we're saying.
Daddy,
but you know what? You'll in 15 years, you'll wish that it was back to this time again. And as I probably will too. I'll probably sit back and go, man, I wish the kids were all still in here again.
They won't talk to me at that point.
No, they will. They'll talk to you in the field because I'm pretty sure Emory will probably be working here at least at some point.
I don't know. I can see he's afraid of bugs and stuff.
Right now he is.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, I don't like snakes.
Yeah, you want to see him hop up in the air and run in midair.
Snake.
Like
snake.
Then Josh's spiders.
I like spiders. So today, folks, we are going to talk about commercial properties versus residential properties.
Nifty.
You like those stripes?
Yes.
Name that property.
I don't. I mean, it's Waterstone. It's easy.
Yeah, I forgot you're at all these all the time.
I was there this morning.
So a residential property and a commercial property have different equipment needs.
Depending on the size of the residential.
The majority of the residential that I seem to get asked to propose have fenced in backyards.
Well, right, but I mean, some of the larger residential properties have fenced in yards, but they tend to have big double gates and things like that. Whereas the smaller ones are going to have 36-inch wide standard man gates, if you will. So,
but the majority of the commercial properties they're wide open now. Now we do have some that there's like 50 freaking gates and backyards that we have to push mode. That's a rarity on the commercial properties because HOAs don't want to pay for fees to fix fences typically.
Fences at that one property.
Oh goodness. But there's different equipment needs. Like at industrial properties, you can use a lot of the power tools for making edges for mulch beds. On some residential, you might be stuck using shovels because you're right up next to windows or right up next to other things that could get covered in dirt. What's some other things?
Just size of mowers for one, backyards, and then depending on where you're at and depending on the part of the country, you can't use gas powered stuff. You have to use electric things.
Yeah, on the West Coast.
Yeah, everything has to be electric or even not power tools at all, and everything has to be rakes and things of the nature. So It just really depends on what you're looking at. So, and size.
In residential properties, like if we're at a big commercial property, we'll use some of our like tractors, like our dingo, to help move mulch. On a residential property, they're going to frown. You start driving tractors through their front yard to throw 3 yards of mulch.
I mean, I don't know why you'd use that for that, but yeah.
I'm just saying.
3 yards of mulch is like a vacation. Like, I mean, I got to lift 3 yards.
Yeah, we've thrown, I think, like 5,000 this year or something like that. We've
know.
spent $40,000 just on mulch this year. So, but yeah, residential properties also the TLC with the equipment, making sure you don't hit fencing, hit houses,
turf marks. I mean, especially, depending on, you don't know what residents out there watering in the mornings before you get there. If they're not irrigated, some people do different things. So you don't know the unknowns there, but
some request you only push mow.
Oh yeah.
We have one.
Bag the push mow clippings.
Yeah, we won't bother
the doggies' tummies.
You can find somebody else.
We did it once.
We don't do that anymore. That's why we mostly do commercial. We do some residential mowing, but very little.
That lady had the most interest. She said, Andrew.
She was over Yankee Trace. So for residential and commercial properties, you have different equipment needs. You also have different team requirements.
You're not going to have as many members of a team on one property for as long. I mean, residential mowing could be 15 to 20 minutes, or depending on the size, once again, in comparison to like water selling we were talking about, that's 6 guys for 6 hours.
The problem is, though, and this is big, and this is why we don't do a lot of residential mowing. When you have team members that, if you count their benefits, this isn't their hourly wage by itself, but if you count their benefits with it, that are making on average $18 to $22 an hour with their benefits, and you put 2 people on a property that's going to take an hour, the average person isn't going to pay $60, $70, $100 to have their grass mowed. And if we're at a property, a commercial property already, and there's 3 or 4 people, and then they got to go mow that residential property, $100 is a lot of money for a small residential.
Mm-hmm. We have one right now that really the only reason we took it is because it's right next to a pond. We already have to mow. The guys don't have to even unload, move, or do anything. So.
In another neighborhood similar to that one, though, it's the same thing. But every time we touch ground on this lady's residence, we lose money because there's 3 guys there.
Right.
It only takes them an hour to do it all. But you and I both know one person's probably not doing very much. It's not a big yard.
No. There's 10 minutes of filling up gas and just meandering or blowing off mowers while the other 2 are finishing up,
One of the big team requirements is experience. So if you have residential and you have a team leader that knows what they're doing, somebody else that has no clue what they're doing, you can start losing money real quick because it takes a lot of
time lost in checking over things,
tearing up things that we end up having to replace, like turf, to where we have to go in and seed. Sometimes a team leader running residential properties may not know little intricate things because they don't have experience. Like I thought this was a weed. No, right. It's not a weed.
You're going to run into a lot more variation. We have some properties that the residents aren't allowed to do anything outside. It's all common space. They own inside. Outside is the HOAs. So, and then we have others where they're allowed to plant whatever they want. And those ones are the ones where we get into like bed maintenance crews or lawn crews. Like, if you don't know what it is, don't touch it. I'd rather have my guys that know in depth what they're doing to come over and check that area, send a picture, And there's a number of apps that do help with that, but individual residences, they have free reign to do whatever they want. So
with the industrial properties, although some of them don't pay as much as like a homeowners association, the realm of freedom and not getting messed with on a regular because of screw ups is so much better, because an industrial property, most of the times they're not paying attention to anything outside of their AO.
As long as there's no, grass growing in the weed barrier between the factory itself and the turf or anything of that nature that they're going to get gigged for us, and the city's not on them, they don't care. And half the time you call them and then a week and a half later you get, I just realized you left a voicemail. I'm like, okay. Well.
But what I love about one of our industrial properties, we get random phone calls that turn into $5,000 to $7,000 of work multiple times during the course of a year.
They're right there now.
and it's fantastic that they trust us.
Get it done. Okay.
A lot of companies that focus strictly on residential have no idea how to do some of the commercial stuff, some of the commercial construction stuff. Some of the companies that do commercial construction stuff have no idea how to do residential stuff. That's what I like about us being minimally hybrid.
Right. Well, we used to stack whole neighborhoods of residential where we'd park a trailer and you'd mow 10, 11 houses on a block and, wouldn't move. So that's the difference in,
$25 a cut yards. That's when we used to do that.
Uh-huh.
And the chasing down this isn't a topic, but I'm going to go ahead and say it. Chasing down residential clients for the most part for payment is so much more time consuming than a commercial property.
Yep.
Commercial properties, if they don't pay you, attorneys can get involved and you can handle things. Residential property, you can't bleed a turnip. I mean, you ever heard that?
I've heard it before, but it's been a long time.
My grandfather used to say that you can't bleed a turnip. You can't get blood out of a turnip. So yeah, but residential properties require different team members, team experiences, things like that. Here's Andy's realm. Residential versus commercial scheduling demands. Talk to me.
I mean, residential, they want it now. Everybody wants it now. Now. They want it done before Mother's Day. If it's mulching and shrubs by this time, and there's so many fly-by-night little guys that they're like, well, if you can't do it, I'll have Joe Schmo down the block come over and do it. And, they'll give you a bad review because you weren't there the moment they wanted it. Whereas HOAs and factories for one, like you said, as long as it's taken care of, they're not as picky. But HOAs typically have a set where they know, and some residents will be like, well, why hasn't my bushes been trimmed? I have one lady that swears there's people going to stand outside if her bushes get this far below or below her window. She has to have them cut down because someone could hide. So it's a nightmare sometimes, but we make it.
So like with mulching, this year was tough because of all the rain,
yeah.
But we try to have all mulching done by like the 2nd to 3rd week of June.
Right.
And we went into August this year.
And it wasn't, most of our property managers.
Actually, no, it wasn't August. We went into late July. So we were about a month behind.
Yeah. The rain put us about that far behind, but most of our property management people we deal with are like, look outside. What do you expect?
Well, and then if they know that if we're behind,
we're not the only ones this year.
Everyone's behind.
As one of our other vendors for turf maintenance told us, he's like, the best of the best are struggling this year. So it's not just you. It's everybody.
Well, I would like to think we're the best of the best. I really would. And I think our property managers look at that too, because I've been told multiple times, hey, I get it. You're behind. Everyone's behind. Your stuff still looks better than everyone else's. Even though you and I go out and we'll look at stuff and be like, man, this looks like shit. Excuse my mouth. Man, Pastor Gary's cussing.
It's because you've been sitting next to me for too long.
I've been trying to watch the cussing, and today's not a good day for that, I guess.
I do my best when I'm not here and I'm on properties. I do my best.
You don't cuss really with old lady clients, only with guys our age.
Well, it's the first time somebody slips, I'm like, all right, floodgates are open.
But yeah, the scheduling needs are just they're crazy, because like right now we're probably going to have to start going into bi-weekly cutting, because we're looking at
2 weeks of hot temperatures and
very little rain, and they're actually saying the extended rest of August into September could be extremely dry.
That's what it usually is anyway, so I'm expecting it, hopefully.
We just had extra rain in July. Typically it starts drying out about
32 inches.
I'd have to check, but we're probably close to that now.
Average is 24 to 25.
Yeah. Typically we start drying out around
mid-July.
Yeah. So we're really only 2 weeks behind. I really think so. We were worried about the cutting going over, but in all honesty, we're really not that far off track from the bi-weekly scheduling.
When winter decides to get here this year.
If we have winter this year,
January or fucking
well,
November.
it could what did you just say?
I didn't say anything. You don't even have a button.
But anyways, yeah, we may not have a winter at all. What it's been wet for about a year and a half. So we could be coming into a dry time. We've never had 2 crazy bad winters in a row since we've been in business.
No.
Not saying it's not going to happen.
We got slammed one good year, and then it's like 3 years, and we plan for the worst, and then nothing comes, and then
20 inches. That's all I want. So I don't have to give credits back. Give us 2 or 3 good little storms. And honestly, a 2-inch storm, that's gravy for us now. I remember when, oh crap, this is going to suck. 2 inches means 48 hours awake. Now 2 inches means 14, 15 hours awake, 6 hours sleep, another 14, 15 hours awake. Which is way less than way better than not sleeping.
Not hallucinating and seeing colorful balls rolling around in your truck.
And drinking too much coffee
or Monster and smoking 2 packs of cigarettes.
I
don't do that anymore.
Don't smoke them anymore. So scheduling demands are totally different between residential. Residential wants it now. Commercial understands time frames. So
it's all communication.
It is. And if you want to communicate with a company that's going to take good care of your properties, give Brunner's Lawn and Services a call at 937-681-4859. We definitely live by the core value of integrity. And if you want to just see some pictures, do some reading about us, you can visit brunnersltd.com, any of our social media, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube. And then if you want to comment below, by all means, do so. Right, Grandma Carol?
I don't know if she's watching today.
If she's not, she will be.
She might be at the gym.
Does she go to Curves?
Oh, I don't know what it is.
So,
is that even still around?
Curves?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, that's old.
Larry, shall we continue?
Mr. Lawrence had a heart procedure this week.
And he made it.
Yes.
He's still gracing our presence with his junking, his canning, his going in highway trash picking cans. His heart's not going to kill him. It's going to be a semi truck hitting him when he gets out of his truck to pick up a small can. That's
or some sort of random poisonous snake is going to be in a dumpster he dives in.
Or he's going to dive in a dumpster and some old man's going to say, "Get off my lawn," and shoot him.
Yeah.
So, but anyways, our next thing, and this is actually legit, service levels are, and when I say service levels, like what is needed to make the property look nice? Does it need edging? Does it need bed maintenance? Does it need weekly mowing? Does it need lawn chemical? Service levels for commercial properties are a lot different than residential because of money and cost constraints.
Depends on what some of these HOAs haven't upped their dues. People have lived there for 20 years and they don't have a whole lot of money to do anything, and they're happy with that. Other ones, they want to look like Yankee Trace, or they are Yankee Trace, and it has to be perfect constantly.
For those that aren't familiar, Yankee Trace is a very expensive living community in Centerville, Ohio, right next to a golf course that has like 10 different neighborhood HOAs inside of it.
The golf course goes through it.
Yeah, I guess talking to one of our team members, Dustin, who used to work for the company that cares for Yankee Trace right now, 5 days.
That seems about right.
And they don't know what they're doing, I guess. They don't have a we'll do this section this day, this section this day. We'll mow it this day, we'll trim it this day, we'll blow it off this day. We'll randomly go here, we'll randomly go. He said it's chaotic and they have no idea what they're doing.
Get yelled at on a daily basis.
Well, that's what happens also when you're a low bidder and you're just mowing and going to get done.
That's strategery that you need to get under your belt.
Those big properties are important for strategy. But some other service levels like HOA or residential properties, they're not going to pay the premier pricing typically for mulching and for bed maintenance. We do have one that pays for us to do bed maintenance, but you know what? I don't think we've been out there.
Yeah, we have.
At Cameron. Perfect. She doesn't pay us though for lawn chemical, I don't believe. She pays us for mowing. The shrub trimming is very minimal.
She has four burning bushes.
Yeah. So, it costs more money for us to go there than to trim it.
That's one of those where the bed maintenance crew, when they go out, is taking a hedge trimmer and they're going to knock things out all in one shot.
So, yeah, it's
multitasking.
The service level that residential clients want, they're typically, if it's not in a high-end neighborhood, they just want you to mow and go, and they want the cheapest price. And to be quite honest with you,
so they don't have to worry about it.
they just want cash. They just want to pay in cash and you walk away. Unfortunately, that's not how we operate.
We did at one point.
We did. Everybody starts somewhere. We were coached out of that. And then HOAs mowing and going, if they're paying you for premier services, you got 100 different residences that are going to stare at you and point fingers if their property looks like crap.
More than 100, depending on what property you're at.
Touche.
There's like 600 residents at one of them.
Really? The W? Wow.
The back. I mean, you know.
I guess the townhomes,
single family homes, but still, you know, there's multiple people that live there.
They're not single family homes.
Well,
they're
saying like the backs are.
They're multi-family resident. I'm going by fire code. They're multi-family residences.
Yes. There's a lot of people there.
There are, and
retirees that have nothing but time.
Some are nice and some are mean. And I don't have that as a topic, but sometimes residences in an HOA are a lot meaner than residences in a regular home.
I found that's more learned behavior from having bad service and bad communication with their experiences. So most of them, I mean, I have one lady, she's I think in her 90s at the one property I was at this morning. I think she's a German lady, and she'll just call me and leave a message. My voicemail will time out. She'll call me back and leave a message, and it's usually the same thing over and over again.
Like the guy at Villa out in Huber. We haven't heard from him in a long time.
I don't.
Is he still alive?
I don't know. I'm convinced he's some sort of.
He's a Martian.
No,
a Martian spy.
He's a spy from
Nazi Germany.
No. He's I think he's Russian or something of that nature. Not German. He does great work in his backyard. It was beautiful. It was like a raised Japanese garden, but he was
he wears overalls when he goes out and works in his yard. I've seen him in like like gardener overalls.
Oh, okay.
Old guys like to wear those for some reason.
Works. Got lots of pockets. You got to worry about falling down your britches.
So here's our next topic, though, is going to make Andy cringe because this is the stuff that he deals with like regularly. There's different quality expectations for a residential, industrial, or an HOA. Talk to me, Andy.
I mean, that's back to what I was saying. I mean, a single family home or whatever the hell you want to say there, a residential in a neighborhood, that's all they have to look at. That's their property. Some take pride in it. Some don't give a crap. So it just depends on what their level of expectation is. Whereas the HOA, depending on what their guidelines are, the residents like, yeah, that's mulch, but I can't touch it. And then we have other ones where they have a garden. Like we have one that we're getting ready to run over their zucchinis if they don't do something and get them out of the grass. So
I have found that residential clients, they won't, like an actual residence, not an HOA, but an actual single home. They won't always complain until they quit you.
Well, yeah.
An HOA, a little different. They're paying $300-400 a month in HOA fees that they don't want to pay, and then they see something that's not up to standard. They let you know immediately. Right. We've not had a lot of issues with HOAs not telling us a problem ahead of time. They don't typically just quit us. Whoa, you had this problem, and we're done.
Right. Yeah. It's communicated to us through the property manager, or in my case, because I'm a dummy head and I've passed out my business card with my personal cell phone on it enough that I get phone calls directly from residents, and then they pass them out to their friends, and then I get phone calls from random numbers about things. And can you come look at this?
No.
8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night. It's great fun.
Yeah. Great fun.
Silence is a fantastic button on the phone.
So many differences between commercial and residential. We barely even touch the surface. We could probably talk for an hour, but then I'd be paying Aisha to sit in a chair and do nothing all day. Yeah, she is, but not on my watch.
Do as I say.
Do as I say, not as I do.
Oh, there you go.
Well, no, I think I work a lot. I think we work a lot. I don't think we tell the guys and the gals to do anything that we wouldn't do ourselves.
I asked Matt, he's like,
or haven't done ourselves.
He told me a number. He's like, I don't want to do your job. Sorry.
I don't think Matt would ever want to be account manager after watching. I mean, he's really good at what he does. I don't think he realizes how good he is because he has a little bit of lack of confidence on some stuff.
I mean, that happened to me too. I mean, it took me a long time to get to the where I can. Okay, then this is how we do this, and it's learning how to roll with the punches.
But he is. I couldn't have asked for a better person to develop within our company that I would have never saw developing this way when he first started.
Okay.
I'm very happy with him. And I think his expertise and professionalism is going to be with our company for a long time.
Patience. He's very patient. He just needs to not internalize the I almost said a bad word again. The effery.
I think we've got him to talk a little bit more.
He calls me like the other day. He just called because he needed to talk it out what his process was. And like, okay, now it makes sense in my head. Thanks. I'm like, okay, I really just sat on the phone with you and said,
So yeah, folks, commercial, residential, different equipment needs, different team needs, expectations, different quality, different scheduling needs. There's all kinds of different things. We just barely touched the surface, but by all means, you can give Brunners a call if it's something that you want us to start doing for you.
Another thing you run into with HOAs versus residential, when you're resurfacing the entire left side of a property and you can't get near it, or doing a roof, roofs all over the place. No, you don't run into that so much with residential.
They'll let you know ahead of time.
Well, yeah,
typically
they're not there for 3 weeks. We have a property that's getting new siding for the next. Well, it's been 5 weeks. I think there's another 4 left.
Or if you have to skip a week, it's not as big of a deal on a 1 yard property. If you have to skip a week on a 20-acre property, it could be heck the next week with tall grass, especially this season.
Irrigated, or we have a lot of rain, and
So
bumpy.
Anything you want to shoot the crap about?
Nope, I got to go back to that one place.
So, all right, folks, you can catch Brunners next Thursday at 10 a.m. Me and Andy again. I don't think we'll be taking a break until the Labor Day weekend because I'm going out of town. I'm going to Connecticut.
Oh, I see.
I'm going to go visit my daddy.
There you go.
I miss my daddy. I don't see him that much. I saw him this year already, but as my parents get older, it sucks. Like your mom's not close to 70 yet, is she? My dad would be 70 next year. My mom would be 69 next year.
No, she just turned 69.
No, she just turned 68. I was wrong.
You were wrong, you horrible person.
I was.
I called her 79 and then 69.
Well, I told her yesterday, I was like, so next year you and Pop can do your age. And she said, you're so gross. I don't even know what that is anymore. I was like,
didn't need to know that one.
All right, folks. Thanks a lot for joining us. I'm Gary.
I'm Andrew.
And at Brunners Lawn and Service, what matters, Andy?
Satisfaction.
That's right. Have a great day, folks. Have a great life.